Celebrity podcasts as global media events. Alex Warner on Taylor Swift, New Heights, and Fandom Economics. How does Taylor Swift's New Heights appearance show how celebrity podcasts can merge fandoms and drive measurable downstream business impact across social, merch, and ticket sales? Alex Warner is a co-founder and CEO of Winventory and a lifelong live event enthusiast who is reshaping the ticketing space. Drawing on years as a managing director at ABS Partners and his family's 95-year season ticket tradition, he created Winventory to modernize how fans manage and resell tickets. Attending more than 75 events a year, Warner combines deep fan insight with a tech-forward, data-driven approach to preserve legacy, simplify resale, and maximize value. Under his leadership, Winventory now operates in over 40 North American markets, helping fans, families, and teams get more out of every seat. Scott Douglas Jacobson interviews Alex Warner about Taylor Swift's New Heights appearance as a global media event that converts real-time attention into weeks of sustained value. Warner argues the episode's power comes from colliding two high-loyalty communities, the NFL audience and Swifties, creating a multiplier effect in reach and spending. He frames the podcast as a place where an official version of an ongoing storyline can live, then cascade through clips and reactions across platforms. For business impact, he emphasizes downstream metrics over the live spike. Follower growth, ongoing engagement, and measurable lift across social, search, merch, and even ticket sales, strengthening leverage for future deals. Scott Douglas Jacobson. How does Taylor Swift's appearance on New Heights illustrate the cultural and commercial power of a single celebrity podcast? Warner. It shows how one appearance can function like a global media event. For someone with Taylor Swift's reach, the impact goes far beyond the episode itself. It drives massive real-time viewership, brings in entirely new audiences, and then explodes across social media in clips and reactions. What makes this moment even more powerful is the context. She's already shifted NFL viewership patterns, merchandise sales, and even fan demographics this season. So her showing up on a podcast tied to the sport carries all that momentum with her. Jacobson. What makes this particular crossover between the Kelsey brothers and Taylor Swift so effective? Warner. It works because it brings together two massive, highly engaged fandoms that rarely overlap, the NFL audience and the Swiftie universe. Each comes with loyalty, emotional investment, and real spending power, which creates a multiplier effect the moment they collide. There's also an ongoing storyline people have been following for months. So the podcast episode becomes a place where the official version of that story lives. Add in the Kelsey brothers' natural chemistry and Taylor's ability to make any setting feel authentic, and you get a crossover that feels organic, which is why it spread so fast. Jacobson. How do record-breaking digital moments like this podcast appearance translate to downstream impacts? Warner. The spike is impressive, but the real value comes afterward. Moments like this drive new followers, sustain engagement across every channel, and a visibility lift that lasts for weeks. They also give both the hosts and the guests more leverage in future deals, sponsorships, partnerships, appearances, because they've demonstrated they can move an audience at scale. Jacobson. What is Taylor Swift's broader strategy? Warner. She's tapping into a new audience by showing up where cultural energy already is. The NFL has massive loyal viewership, and by authentically becoming part of that world, she expands her reach while deepening her storytelling. It's not about becoming a sports figure. It's about meeting fans at a place where passion, loyalty, and attention are already built in. Jacobson. What does this episode tell us about the growing intersection of sports, music, and pop culture? Warner. These worlds aren't separate anymore. People follow personalities and narratives across every platform, and the lines between athlete, entertainer, and cultural figure are blurring fast. A single moment can now live simultaneously in sports media, music fandom, and mainstream pop culture, and audiences move fluidly between all three. Jacobson. When a podcast reaches over 1 million concurrent viewers, what metrics matter most for understanding business impact? Warner. The live number is impressive, but the real business impact shows up in what happens next. I'd look at how many new followers or subscribers the appearance drives, how much engagement the episode generates over time, and whether it leads to measurable lift across other channels. Social, search, merch, ticket sales, and more. Those downstream effects tell you more than the spike itself. Jacobson. How do you expect celebrity media appearances to evolve? Warner. Appearances will become more intentional and more tied to where real fandom already exists. Sports is a good example. People follow personalities, not just platforms, and celebrities are starting to treat the media the same way. Instead of doing every outlet, they'll choose a few shows where audience overlap and cultural impact are highest.